心のどこかで代わりを求めているのかもしれん。
まあ話し相手ぐらいならいつでもっておい、なぜくっつく？
話を聞くついでだ。これぐらいいいだろ。シンは暖かいな。
寒いか？
My friends, this was a really good episode of New Gate this week. Very focused on the princess, but I have to tell you guys, by and large, like the most fun/funniest moment of the episode was for sure when 𝐒𝐻𝐻 got really jealous and really mad at our boy Shin, because she was like, yo, all right, I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so glad, you know, blah, blah, blah. She was like, oh, you're gonna have to sleep outside with the princess, right? She's like, well, of course you are. And she's like, mad? Me? Mad? I am not mad. Goodbye. Yo, she was like, yo, she told Tiara, she was like, yo, we gotta get over there on the double. She was like, yo, pick up the speed. We gotta go, 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 go. And I was like, yo, that is the funniest crap in the world. Like, that is like so freaking hilarious. Just that level of jealousy from her, like the non-admittent jealousy was just top tier for me. The rest of the episode was, you know, it was a good, like I said, it was a good episode, like 7 out of 10, like not spectacular, but it was a good episode of New Gate. The rest of the episode kind of just really was focused around them entering the dungeon and getting out of the dungeon, and Shin getting, you know, closer inevitably to the princess, and, you know, down the line, her opening up to Shin of very normal things that you expect from, you know, a princess type. You know, very like, she was, you know, she's very catered to, very respected. No one's ever real with her. Everyone kind of is kissing her ass. You know, very royalty problems. Basically just not being able to be a real person because of her position that she holds and that, you know, the family that she's a part of and stuff. And she finally has somebody in Shin who, you know, just through happenstance and just through normalities, the stuff that's going on, you know, by the first time that he met her, and then kind of like towards the end of the episode, he was completely familiar with her, just, you know, manhandling her when he needed to, talking to her, you know, just like another person. And because, you know, Shin is a kind soul and everything that goes along with it, he just exudes a lot of things that she finds very attractive. So I really enjoyed seeing that at the end, how she, you know, literally cuddled up to Shin at the end and just kind of expressed that to him. The rest of the episode, though, I mean, it can kind of just be sweltered down to just, they were in a dungeon. The dungeon was very much restricted by the game's prior rules. Shin's very familiar with the game's rules, so he was able to explain, like, hey, this ball of light is going to lead us to this other area, and you just kind of keep following these and defeating enemies, and by the time you get to the end, you'll face the boss. We'll be able to get the hell out of here. And that's exactly what happened. They ended up facing a boss griffin at the end. He was enveloped by some kind of light or something like that at the end, because he didn't get owned in any way, shape, or form, but what I will say is I think that the princess found the exit and kind of found the thing that was regenerating the griffin, and he was able to overcome the griffin with that, and they were able to get out of there. And then now, you know, they spent the night together, and then the cliffhanger at the end of the episode is the city/town that they're heading to is about to be invaded by a bunch of, seems like undead, but a lot of monsters. So, you know, Shin's task is probably to defeat them next and then get to the town. Who's controlling them, why they're attacking, all remains to be unseen. But, you know, for the most part, that's where we got left off on this episode, is with that, you know, kind of cliffhanger, that aha moment at the end of the episode. But really, this episode was held up by the humor and the banter between Shin and the princess. It was held up by 𝐒𝐻𝐻's reaction to that. And it was held up by the princess getting really cuddly with Shin. And I'm like, bro, you better get that unlocked, because she's about to she's like, yo, you know that sword I told you was a proposal that we're not going to take? Actually, yeah, you're going to have to marry me. She's like, I need you now. I need you. You propose. I accept. I said, I do. You know, he's going to have to watch out before she entraps him. And 𝐒𝐻𝐻 would be very angry about that. But really, I think that's all I have to say. This episode of New Gate was a pretty good episode. New Gate, again, not writing home anime award checks or anything, but definitely a solid 7 out of 10 episode. I enjoyed the episode. I was entertained by the episode. So overall, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments down below. And of course, my friends, I will see you guys next week for episode 12, which I think next week it's either getting 12 or 13 episodes. So I think next week might be the last episode of the season. TBD. It could also be 13. I'm not really 100% sure. I gotta check after this, but we're coming up to the end of the season regardless. All right, my friends. I'm gonna see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Stay up. Peace out.